Okay. Alright, welcome back. We're going to be working on the Avyon today. So we've got the name here. We are going with the Yiddish language, so we do have that set up. And we are going to be kind of generally working on coming up with an idea for their race. Now let's go into our timelines. I don't think the Avyon have a homeland anymore. So we're also going to come in here and start getting rid of a few things like this, or well, not the other characters of note. We are just getting rid of the economy stuff though. So we already have some of the known diseases, which is nice. We don't have anything on their founding yet, so let's actually start with the easiest part as we do, which is we're gonna go ahead and get the information about the race kind of done up. I will be later adding these races into the D&D campaign, so my parties will be able to play them. But for now, we will be going with this sort of design. Okay. We're going to do for the Avyon, they are a military-like race. I do actually have an anatomy picture of them. Let me go into... let's just duplicate this real quick, and we'll use this for a second. Because this would be under probably notable characters, I think, would be where I have it. Notable heroes and villains. There we go. Let's scroll down. There might be the artwork in here. If it's not in here, we used it for the Air Cochrane, so we may just decide, I'll just come back to it later. But that's fine. So for the ability score, we're going to do, given the ability to survive has always been a trait that the Avyon have relied on, thus giving them a +2 to intelligence, as well as their quick feet that help in both escape and combat, gaining them a +1 to dexterity. Alright. For age, I have it in here, so live for on average 110 years. Let's go into the Avyon, who should be down in here. Yeah, we called them the Vatri, so we'll already fix that. Avyon, and we'll do lifespan 100 to 110. Okay, perfect. And we are going to go ahead and copy this. We're gonna go. We only put this in our thing. There's some differences. Oh, I do see the difference here. Okay, so what we'll just do is we'll come in here instead to the Avyon, and we'll just copy that. Oh, it's snack time. Okay. I was like, why is my phone going off at this early in the day? Let's see. Let's go down to them. And then we're not worried about the race creation yet for global events. We are not as worried, but we'll add that in. Don't care about the wars. For the tech ages, let's go ahead. We'll go in there. And then cities and towns. Let's go into here. Perfect. We'll be coming back to a lot of these timelines later on, but for today, that's how we're doing it. On average, the Avyon typically live between 100 to 110 years of age, with their children or their offspring becoming adults by the age of, let's say 14, due to their, okay. For phenotypes, so the Avyon, tending to have darker, because we have the Eric Cochran race, which we've done work on. That's the SIPO here, who got finished up. What did we put for their phenotypes? Because here's where we, yeah, you see the design there. Yeah, I think in this case, we're going to switch this up for the Avyon. Tending to have darker colored feathers all along their body. This, or the Avyon, could easily be mistaken for healthier and stronger Toth. Thus, many are noted to have an almost crow or raven-like coloring to them. Okay. Height and weight. Weight that humans have in our world. Okay, so Eric Cochran are typically roughly around the same weight as a human, so the average Avyon is around, let's say 5'5" to 6 foot, and weighing in for males at around the LBS, while females tend to be a bit lower at 200 LBS. Okay, alignment. Traditionally, the race would be seen as almost lawful evil due to its inclination to follow the code of their commanders, or those who have paid for their services. Speed, okay. You gain a 35-foot speed, or 35-foot walking distance and flight distance. There we go. Okay, so I don't have an idea yet for their founding. We can pretty much get rid of that altogether. This is just in case I have notes later on. Alright, so we'll come up here. We're going to do what I call a note. We're going to make sure, well, first off, we're going to make sure this thing's all in, was it Arial 12? Yep. Arial and 12. No, go down one. Alright. We'll tab that. We'll put a note as heading 5. Yep. Because that's already done for our known diseases. Why is that heading 6? This should be heading 5. Yeah, we want to keep it in order. Oh, god damn it. It did the whole... No, you get normal text. It won't let me do just... No, it has to... Okay, so easy way to fix this. There we go. It will sometimes do that. There we go. Was for the weak and helpless. This is what started the war between the... what are we calling the Trigerian race? Oh, we're calling them the Rakshasa, which we will be changing to the Tigraxes. Tigraxes. Okay. Marriage. Let's go ahead and first off put that in heading 5. Yep, there we go. And then secondly, This will get done. We'll put that to that. Okay, the Avyon. Oh yeah, we also have to make sure we change Control F. Avyon to Avyon. Match casing. Yes, replace all. Okay, and then we'll do same thing. Replace. There we go. Perfect. Okay. The let's also make sure we keep track of time. Perfect. Okay. The Avyon people are free people that are allowed to marry anyone they choose, being one of the few races that values a polygamist society or societal norms. Okay, so wait. Being one of the few races that values a polygamist societal norms, polygamist relationships. This is said to be due to the constant need of offspring, as each Avyon only births up to 6 eggs at a time, with only 5 surviving to adulthood. Thus, the Avyon are a race that holds no belief in marriage ceremony and is rather seen more as a sworn allegiance to one another, without the exclusion of multiple partners. Okay. Let's see. We'll come back to this shortly. Oh yeah. I think this race, if I remember right, was basically their whole thing is they got wiped out by the Tiglaxes during the timeline. Let's see if I can find them in here. So we're looking in the green. Here it is, the Great Crusade. Okay. Let's put that in there. War history. Is there anywhere else on this one that I see Avyon? Oh, we have another great... Wait, what? Oh, it's only that one. Okay. I was like, wait. Yeah, and I don't see... No, the Vatri aren't in here. So the only one is this war. So we will put this as heading 5. There we go. And we'll come down here. Actually, we're gonna scroll down. Let's put you into Arial, and there. A war fought. Actually, we will put the year up here. 1020 to 1000 BS. The war fought over 200 years between an extremely military-focused society of mercenaries and a large religious crusading or large religious militant state. Yeah. The two came to clash naturally as their beliefs varied, and the Avyon rulers refused to allow the Tiglaxes religion to take hold. This would naturally cause major tension between the two races. Let's see. Did I talk about the Great Crusade in this at all? Let's find out. Let's go down. We got a lot to do on that one. This one's gonna be quick to do. Nobility, military, wars. Yeah. During the time of the Great Revolution was going on the Targaryen, with their religion expanding all reaches of the country, but when the nobles learned that the Avyon people were calling this religion a religion of evil and primal fears, the Targaryens decided that it was time to get rid of the non-believers. After 220 years, almost genocide, causing many of the other races to start worrying. Okay. The Targaryens were forced to stop by the Nephilim. If the Nephilim would show them the true genocide looked like, the Targaryens decided they would sign a treaty with the Avyon leader. However, it ended with the Avyon people signing over the entire country and being forced to leave. This led to a lot of controversy. Okay. Alright. A war... Yeah, we can get rid of that. The two came to clash as their beliefs varied, and the Avyon rulers refused to allow the Targaryen religion to take hold. This would naturally cause major tensions between the two races, with the Tigraxes claiming that the Avyon leadership declared their religion evil, and due to this miscommunication or intentional sabotage, the two nations began a war that would lead the Avyon to ruin. As the war began, the Avyon had the upper hand in both military might and overall experience. However, due to the revolutionary state of the Tigraxes nation, eventually a mass flooding of zealots into the Tigraxes military would overwhelm the Avyon forces, and city by city, town by town, the Tigraxes crusaders would wipe every living creature out, down to the rats in the sewers. By the year 1100 BS, the Avyon rulers decided to reach out to the Heli and Helio in hopes that the two nations would intervene with their powerful magic, even offering full vassalage under the Helio crown to avoid outright genocide of their race. However, the king of the Helio at the time is said to have refused the offer and rather stepped in only for the exchange of troops when the time came. With the threats from Heli rulership bearing down on the Tigraxes, with the threats of the Heli rulership bearing down on the newly formed Tigraxes crusading state, the leaders are the Tigraxi nation decided it was best to sign a peace treaty to avoid further escalation. However, they did this with dishonor in mind and tricked the leaders of the Avyon people into signing what would later be declared the defeathering of Rotinia Treaty. Is Rotinia correct? Yeah. Okay. Which would lead to the entirety of the Avyon nation being signed over to the Tigraxes and the expulsion of the Avyon people to the Four Winds. There we go. Alright, well that has been the first part. We got the wars done, we have marriage done, we have our religious, we have our known diseases, we have our anatomy done. We can next time begin working on the nobility and working on general info up here.